How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Virtual History 360. I'm Mr. Wade, and today we're in teacher vlog number, I think, 16. Oh my goodness, I got a lot to tell you, so let's get started. All right, so let's let the door close. Let's talk about what has been happening. Take my mask off so you can hear me a little better. Hopefully everything's working out okay. So, what is going on? Here's an update. So far, we are now starting November. Today is November 2nd, 2020. It's lunchtime, so it's in the afternoon. All right, here's the plan. We're going to talk about a COVID update. We're going to talk about what's going on in my classroom, as far as what's new. We're also going to talk about what I've got planned for my world history kids and a little bit of US. Oh, here is the update. I am up to my largest face-to-face class as of today is 25 students. We talked about before how it could go up to 27 and I went up from 23 to 25. So kids are still trickling back in face-to-face. What does that mean for the future? I don't know. Will I see 27? Not sure, but I did have to request 2 more desks be moved into my room so I would have room for everyone. It is what it is, I guess. It's out of my hands. I'm going to do what I can. What about you guys? If you're a teacher, what's your largest class? If you're a student, what's your largest face-to-face class? Let me know. All right, so moving into those ideas, I'm still in rows. We're all still facing the same direction. All I can do is, teach the kids that are in front of me, right? So, talking about teaching, let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so we are in Mesopotamia. We've been working on Mesopotamia for a while. You can actually, maybe you can see it's a little bright in here, but you can see the map on the screen behind me here. We've been working on Mesopotamia for a while. We've covered, ancient Sumerians all the way up to Babylon, right? Whether that be the Assyrians, the Chaldeans, we've covered a lot, right? But one of the things that I'm going to spend some time on, starting tomorrow and into next week, is Hammurabi's Code. Personally, I didn't learn about Hammurabi's Code until I was in 10th grade, and I remember it stuck out to me, or maybe 9th grade, but it stuck out to me as something that I just thought was like the craziest thing that, someone had to write this down, to be fair. And on the surface, that's what you hear is Hammurabi's Code, an eye for an eye. If you cause someone to lose their eye, you lose an eye. If you break someone's bone, you get your bone broken. If you build a house and it falls down and kills their son, your son gets killed. A little extreme, I think we can all agree to that, but the idea of fairness, right? But then you start to look a little deeper into it. It's like, what about the 3 classes of citizens, right? And is it really fair if it's not equal? That's a good question. So that is actually the question, and this is from the DBQ project, the mini-Q of Hammurabi's Code. Was it just? So we're going to actually look at these mostly primary sources, and then the code itself, and then a little bit of secondary, looking at Hammurabi's Code and trying to decide, was Hammurabi's Code just or not? And I think this is a really good activity for my kids because it gets them to really think. Oh, I know that's a crazy concept, is trying to get kids to think, right? Well, if we think about it, just on the surface level, you might say it's just, but when you look deeper, it might not be. But what if it balances out? What if the good outweighs the bad? And that's what the kids are going to decide. And we're going to take about 5 days on this. So hopefully they're putting some thought into it and I get some good answers. That's really what I'm hoping for. Because I'm not so much worried about if they say just or unjust. I'm more worried about them showing me that they're thinking through, analyzing the sources, and then coming up with a good argument. For or against, doesn't matter as long as they back up their claim with some evidence. So that's my world history kids. Now, what about my US kids? All right, my US kids, they are focusing on the American Revolution. We started that unit last week, and this week we're moving through, okay? We did the entry-level stuff. Today and tomorrow we're focused on level 1, which is the grievances in the Declaration of Independence, okay? So what were the complaints? It's mostly a review from last unit, so that's why it's level 1. Then level 2, we get into the battles and we get to follow the war step by step. And then the main overall goal is, cause, course, consequence of the revolution. But how did foreign policy affect the revolution? That's what we're going to be looking at as we build through. I've got some little stuff. It's a little different this year. I used to always love doing the History Alive Capture the Flag version of this unit. It's hard, can't do Capture the Flag digitally, so I'm modifying it a little, but we're still going to be tracking the war as it progresses and hopefully coming up with some good answers to that. We're going to learn about the weapons, we're going to learn about the tactics, guerrilla warfare, really, breaking the British rules of war. That's what we're going to be talking about in US. All right, so world, US, what are you guys doing? Where are you in your units? Again, if you're a teacher, let me know. If you're a student, what are you learning about? Tell me, okay? I'm curious. And, so we've covered my COVID update, we've covered the curriculum. I want to hear from you guys. Again, I do this vlog because I want to interact. So if you're seeing this as a teacher or if you're seeing this as a student, let me know. If you're a student, share this with your teacher. Maybe they'll enjoy it, okay? As always, if you want to support the channel, head to my Teespring store. Here's the link. I got history t-shirts, phone cases, stickers. I have masks, look like this for Virtual History 360, right? And then like the video, comment, and subscribe. Turn that red button gray and keep up with my newer videos. So for Virtual History 360, I'm Mr. Wade. I'll see you next time.